Hey guys, my name is Obi and I'm part of a Minecraft build team for the latest upcoming MMO RPG for Minecraft, and without further ado, welcome to Aurafall. Alright guys, welcome to episode 13. Now in this episode we're going to be showcasing the Meadery. Not quite finished yet. Still got some stuff to do on the exterior here, like this little portion here. We'll kind of go over that here in a moment. Alright guys, so before we start the Meadery, we're going to be showcasing the back side of this real quick, the exterior portion of the cart right now. We did add a little outhouse right here. A little outhouse, and then out back we'll kind of go through the house and I'll show you guys real quick. We'll go through the building here. Awesome guys, so if we step out back here, we've got this little garden here. Over to the left area here, start here, we've got a little tool shed, just kind of various hanging tools and stuff on the walls. We've got some extra hay in here as well. And then we're gonna head over this way here. I think this is actually pretty nifty looking. We've got this little like outdoor like terrace looking thing with some vines and stuff growing down. We got a little rose bush back there. And then we've got this little couch area here, just kind of sit out here, maybe read a book or just kind of hang out. Now I got that from Warlock. I thought he had a really cool idea in one of his builds. And then we'll head over this way here. We've got an outdoor, they've got their own personal kind of crops and gardens and stuff over here. Just some kind of storage and, you know, some barrels and stuff. Just various things growing out here and just, you know, different plants and stuff. Down here, I thought this was kind of nifty. We'll start right here. So this is basically just an area for them to be able to cut wood. I used the hay blocks here just to kind of simulate maybe sawdust on the ground or, you know, just different things broken up. And then of course we've got some stacks of wood here. Now you guys will notice the coal and stuff here, and then this kind of burning right here. So basically what this little house is, this is kind of an outdoor like laundry area. They would come in, throw their laundry in here. They would use this little like broom handle or whatever to kind of mix it up and, you know, mash it down to wash it, and then they can kind of hang some clothes and stuff right here. Unfortunately, I don't have the ability. I wanted to kind of do like a hanging clothesline, but I couldn't come up with a good design for it. Just kind of looked funny. And then right over in this area, you guys will notice I kind of added on some more stuff to the exterior here. We've got just, you know, some wood storage, nothing too major, just some basic logs here. I would assume they would probably be using that for cart building, stuff like that. But overall, I think this build here is pretty much finished. I'm not sure if I think I showed you guys this. I did complete the interior part of the storage shed here as well. So a lot of storage in this building, but just to kind of move on, we're going to kind of move back over here to the Meadery. Now the Meadery is actually pretty cool. I'm actually really enjoying this build. Of course, the exterior is not quite finished yet. We still need to get the road in. We're going to push some of these crops back, put in a little fence around that, so that way as you come into town, you guys can kind of see where these blocks are. This is going to be a road. So as you're coming into town here, you'll come up here and you'll come up on the Meadery here to the right, and then there will be like a road coming through here. Now the exterior portion, this area here is not quite finished yet, but I was thinking, you know, being a Meadery, they're going to want to be able to show off their wares and let people sample it and try it out. So I figured this would be a nice little gathering area, maybe for them to like throw parties, stuff like that. They would invite, you know, royalty over or various people from different towns, and they would basically showcase their product. They would throw little parties. I might put a little area out here for maybe like, you know, a small band to play or something like that, you know, them get up there with their little violins and their lutes and stuff, and they would just kind of play music out here, and they would have a little bonfire, and then down here we would just have some various, you know, kegs and stuff here for them to be able to fill, and, you know, they would have drinks, and then some seating up underneath here. Well, basically just a little pavilion. And then over here, right here, I'm thinking about going down. I'm going to be building an a basement area basically for just storage for the mead. So that's going to be up underneath there. That's not quite done yet. I haven't even started that part yet, but just kind of give you guys a quick show around here. Let me kind of get away from these trees here. But this is the exterior part. We've got 2 chimneys there, smoke coming out of those. Just a lot of bits and, you know, pretty thick building, just like the cart right over there. Now, if we head inside, kind of give you guys the interior tour here. A lot of stuff going on. Now ignore this portion to the left here. We're gonna go, that's gonna be towards the end of the video. That's gonna be the actual spot where they make the mead. I actually built an entire thing in there, complete still and everything. So it's pretty cool. Now just kind of give you guys a quick show around here. Now this area here is just gonna be like a reception desk. If somebody's coming in to place an order, or you know, they get mail from other towns saying, hey, we want this product, or we want so much of this product shipped to us, they will, you know, come up in here and basically receive the orders here. Obviously, he's got a log books, lots of storage here for, you know, books and just keeping that information. We've got some little glasses here in a jug, so if somebody comes in and, you know, they're just kind of off the street, they're not doing any kind of special occasion, they're like, hey, you know, I'd like to try your mead. Here, have a little, you know, shot of this or whatever. And then over here we've got some kegs, just various decoratives on the walls here. Another little pot back here, a little jug for mead, and then more kegs over here. Now again, that area back there is going to be, I'll kind of give you a little sneak peek here. Look at that. Another one. Let's see here. Just kind of run around here real fast. Ha 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 ha. And then I'll come in here and explain this. So we will go over this. There's a lot going on in this room here. But we're gonna head upstairs first, and so all of this got textured. This is completely finished for the most part. This kind of just goes upstairs, and then we've got a little hallway here, and basically what I was thinking in this hallway, this may be just a little area for them to come and kind of sit and relax, maybe read a book, play some chess right here, something like that. Coming back into this area, this is going to be the kitchen area here, similar to the other kitchen that I did. I've got some, you know, hanging pots here, various storage back in here. They've got a little oven here with a kind of a pipe sticking through the wall there, and that would basically run out, and that would, you know, remove the smoke and everything. We've just got various food kind of stored about. Over here's another little pantry that I built, a little melon in there. We've got one right here as well. I might change that to a pumpkin, but we've just got some kind of food in here, a little chest kind of hidden up here. And then we're gonna kind of head on back into this area. So this area is kind of like a dining gathering room here, for the family to kind of get together and have a formal meal. And then there's a fireplace in the back, so nice, pretty warm room. Little bit of reading right here. They've got some potted plants in here. So, and this is basically, you know, like I said, just for them to kind of get together and, you know, talk. And then maybe if they're having a meeting, a business meeting, you know, the guy that owns the meadery, he could come in here with a business partner or somebody from, you know, another town and kind of go over business. Now back in this area here, this is just kind of a study area. We've got another little furnace here to kind of keep this warm. And this is where he would do his books, and go over his, you know, count his logs and stuff like that. Back over in this area is just a storage area. Maybe this is where he keeps his money, just various books, stuff like that. Similar to what I did in the Cartwright. A little bit bigger than what he had though. And then we'll head upstairs to the third floor. So there's a third floor here. And then this here is just basically just a hallway, kind of comes up. So you head up the stairs here, you're gonna kind of come through this area here. We're gonna hang a left. This is gonna be the kids' room. And back here's a little study area, study nook for them. And then of course the bunk beds again. I really like the bunk bed idea. I think it's really neat. They've got some storage back there, and some storage up here as well. Some over there, and then, you know, basically this is just gonna be their room. Now the owner's room is gonna be back in this area here. He's got his own nice little bed here. I don't think he's married. I think maybe he's either divorced or, well, they wouldn't have been divorced. I don't think divorce was really a thing that they did back then. It was they were very religious people, so divorce for them wasn't something that they would have done. It's pretty much till death do us part. So maybe his wife is dead. That's kind of my thinking here, was part of the reason why he's got such a small room. This is a little area for him to just kind of reflect and read and stuff like that. We've got an area up here. It's a little loft for storage, little storage loft here, kind of comes up, and he's got some more stuff over here. Thought this was pretty neat. And then of course his bed here, which is a pretty sizable bed for a single person. Now there is going to be probably down in the storehouse, the basement area, I'm probably going to be building an extra little room for the apprentice. You're going to be down there. There's going to be a few apprentices for this place. Obviously, this is a pretty big operation. There's going to be, you know, different things that they're going to have to tend to. Now, we're going to head outside for just a moment. I'm kind of going to show you guys my ideas real quick before we actually show you the interior of the meadery part. So what I'm thinking back here down in this area is I'm thinking about adding a little pond right down here in this little recess here. This would be probably the best place that water would collect, considering it's so low. And then I'm thinking about adding in some beehives, maybe right over here or even on the backside. I'm thinking I'm going to do a little bit closer to the meadery. And basically he would just kind of tend his bees. Now, cool thing about that is, just kind of let you guys know, when I was younger, I actually grew up on a farm, and we had 3 beehives, honeybees, and we actually raised honeybees for our own personal use. It was pretty cool to have fresh honey, and I will tell you guys, if you guys ever get the chance to have fresh honey, it tastes completely different from what store-bought honey does. And we had clover honey for the most part, and then it was kind of funny. Right down from where we lived, my grandmother had her own house down there, and she grew peaches and cherries, and she just had a bunch of different vegetables and fruits that she grew during spring and summer anyway. And it was funny because every time the peaches would come in, our bees would swarm down there and pretty much just decimate her peach crop. So she was always constantly like, calling us up and getting angry with us. But I mean, there's nothing we can do. We can't really control the bees. It's not like I could go down there and be like, come on bees, time to go home. It doesn't really work that way. But that's just kind of my general idea. We might have the beehives back here, have a little watering hole down here, a little pond with some various flowers and stuff back here for the bees to be able to pollinate and obviously collect to make their honey. Now, heading back in here, this is going to be the coolest part of the build, my favorite part of the build so far. And before I show you guys that, definitely do me a favor, down in the comments if you guys are enjoying these videos, or if you guys have anything that you guys would like to add in or like for me to build, please leave something down in the comments for me, or just kind of give me your feedback on stuff. If you guys have any questions for me, please ask them. If you guys want to know what my favorite color is, I don't know, just anything that you guys can think of to kind of get to know me better, please leave those down in the comments, and I will actually answer those probably on the videos. I'll comment you back, but then I'll probably re-answer those on the videos for you guys and kind of give you guys a personal shout out. But anyway, we're going to kind of continue on up inside here. Now, this is the area where they are actually creating the mead here, and I'm going to kind of have to explain how this is done. This is a pretty cool project, so I'm going to kind of go over this with you here. So we will show you guys this part here. So as you guys can see, kind of coming up here, there is a lot going on in this room. I mean, a lot. So this here is going to be the still, and it's pretty large still. These guys are producing mead on a very large base. So it's pretty giant still here. So how this works basically is you've got water, you've got honey, you've got different mixtures, fermenting and everything inside of here. So this is the main base where everything is, kind of basically cooking up. Now up underneath here, you've got, fire. This is going to be heating all of this. So you've got the fire, you've got these little furnaces here that are going to have just various things in them. You've got coal here, so I didn't want to use wood as the main fuel for this because I feel like wood just would burn too quickly. I felt like coal would be the best thing, so they've got a little pickaxe for their coal here, and then basically how this is going to work over to the left here area, something similar to that is another. This is basically just pure water. That's all this is, and down here is another little area for that to heat up. So I'll kind of show you guys this here. You can actually see the water kind of dripping through, which is kind of cool. It's not going to do it now that I'm trying to show you, but anyway, how this works is you've got just pure water in here. It's going to heat up into these pipes here, right? They're going to travel up, and then as they get to the top up here, they will start to cool, and that'll drip down into here. This will fill the reservoir with water. So that's how they get the water from here to here, because it's a big reservoir. It's easier to put water down on this base level. They can actually access the water right through here, so you can actually see that down inside there. Now, if we head upstairs, kind of show you guys this here. This is going to be where they can add ingredients. Now, I used the yellow wool down there to kind of simulate the honey and different things. You can actually see the water kind of pouring in from that area that I showed you a moment ago. Now this area here is actually going to kind of go up, and then as this evaporates and everything else, the water will kind of burn off from this, and it'll go down into the giant keg here. which we have. So we've got a little keg here, actually a pretty big keg, but that's kind of how that works. So I thought it was kind of neat. There's a bunch of pipes and stuff kind of running around. Unfortunately, I know in real life they would use, I think, copper pipes, if I'm not mistaken. Unfortunately, I can't make copper pipes, so I just kind of working with what I have here. Now, I'm going to show you guys this real quick, in case you guys are curious about this doorway here. You're like, man, this is kind of interesting or kind of weird looking. So if you guys notice, I have this rail here. So basically, this is a sliding door that would lock into place. So if, you know, as they're working, they'll come in, they'll open that up, and then they'll slide this back and close it and lock it. That'll keep, you know, tourists and people trying to get in here to steal maybe the formula. That'll keep them out of here. So this basically, this entire room is just locked off. There's one exit. Hopefully there's not a, you know, fire in here, because if so, everybody's dead. This place is pretty locked down. You know, of course, like I said, we have the keg here. We've got various storage, you know, just water and maybe different ingredients back here. Over this area is preparation. So they've got, you know, kettles and different things. They've got some over here, you know, tools and stuff. They've got, you know, I guess this would be like recipes. And this is where they would prep different ingredients and stuff to actually go up there. And then they would kind of bring it up and basically just dump it into here. Now, let's kind of give you the rundown here. We've got a little crane right here. This is to help them lift larger things up top here, maybe kegs. They're getting them down, up and down. Because as you guys can see, I've actually got a bunch of storage for kegs up here. Back in this area here, this is just pure ingredients. That's all this is. This is ingredients, maybe another preparation table here. We've got some jugs for some mead that's already been made. Back in this area, we've got just a bunch of kegs and storage. And then kind of give you guys this little look up top here. So now this area up here is not going to be accessible whatsoever. But I did place various objects up here just to basically kind of give the illusion that there is something up here. You can actually see it from the, you know, the base level up here. You're like, oh man, look at that. There's more stuff up there. I didn't really know what to put up there, so I just kind of, like I said, made an illusion that there was something up there. So, but it doesn't. It makes this place look really big and feel really big, almost overwhelming. So I'm pretty excited for you guys to be able to come and explore this. I cannot wait for you guys to kind of come up in here and check this out once the server actually launches. This is going to be really cool. Like I said, if you guys have any feedback, let me know. Of course, you guys are going to want to hit that like button. On the next episode, we're going to be doing an interview with Roadkey on his keep in the back. I'll kind of show you that real quick. I mentioned that in one of the earlier episodes. So the big giant dome with the flag back there, that'll be on the next episode. And then the one after that, we're going to be finishing the exterior portion of the meadery, and we're going to be doing this part down here, and then we're going to do the basement area with the storage and the beehives, and probably the little pond with the flower garden. I'm thinking about making the flower garden not only just for the keepers here, but maybe there'll be some seating or something over here, maybe a little pavilion area for, you know, people of the town to be able to kind of come out and enjoy the little wooded area here. Kids will come out here and play. Hopefully they'll stay away from the beehives. I can imagine whoever, I haven't created a name for this guy yet, but I can imagine him coming out here and be like, get away from my bees, like stay away, you know, shaking his fist and stuff like, nah, kids, damn it. But anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode. Again, if you guys are enjoying this, hit that like button. Leave me some comments, please. Definitely want your feedback. I love so much being able to talk with you guys and communicate with you guys. But until next time, this is Obi signing out.